Well, there we go. Welcome to Deep for Play. The cats have been on me. It is a cool day in Alaska. Only 75 in the room instead of 80 something. Oof, duh. I tell you, I gotta blow out the mule. Watching these cats. I gotta blow out the mule. Gotta do some maintenance. Gotta swap fans. But it's still working. So it's like, oh yeah, Pax Dei is still working. There's so much to do, so much to see, so much to know, and there's so much happening. We have a lot of people joining in. You're like, wow, yeah, we saw it. 25% lift in population. Well, okay, from 1,200, coming from, it's 25%. Anything that picks up 25%. Catnap, you don't have your helmet hid. Ooh. Anything that picks up 25%, pinhead, is just fine. Coconut laden. Okay, so I got blocked by the AI 4 times in chat because I wanted to put coconut laden swallow because someone says the 13th bird hasn't been introduced. I've seen like 6. Grouse, goose, pheasant. There's the eagle. There might be a different kind, but there's an eagle. And someone said vulture, and I think I saw it. I think I saw the vulture. And there's a ptarmigan or something. Maybe I'm conflating too. Maybe I only saw 5. Oh, music. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to talk about it. We've had so many fishing boats and other things bumbling by the road. We've had lots of people, lots of activity, lots of folks who do not live around here walking their dogs, being all sorts of, it's a touristy vacation. I don't want to be there. Oh yeah, I do. And it's a touristy vacation area. And we do offer tourist hunting licenses. Does Alaska depend on tourism? Not if it wasn't here. Not if it wasn't here, they wouldn't. I do not. Are there businesses around me that do? Yes, of course. But mostly they're just garbage businesses that sell tons of things that really aren't needed. While doing a bunch of fishing, and you got to go around and buy stuff. Someone was boasting that the Fred Meyer's up here in Soldotna. I'm looking for these darn birds. They're jumping way before I can get to them. Sometimes it's like we need a slower walk. I'll put the sword and shield in hand and get that shuffle walk going. Anybody get the shuffle walk? I'll show you. I do it. I get it all the time, especially. Well, not especially, but I've seen it plenty to think I will see it. Bloody birds. With the sword and shield in hand. Yes, I still got a wood shield. I don't need better. Not yet. I haven't broken it yet. That's the thing. You got to break the shield. I'm not sure if I had to pick up another one. Did I break the last one? There's a deal, I'm not going to cover the morning. Well, I call it morning, but when you come in and you have structural objects that are red. Oh. Tim. Kiddo? Want some food? Yeah, I gotta feed Tim. Let me throw a thing. Tim. Chewbacca. Tim. You're not getting any leeway. You already got some. Tim. How do you come in and then we're going to do it? You don't like it. Toby, come on. Toby, you want to sleep? No music. Really worried that treachery! Blasphemer! I'll tell you, man. The looks I get for my children are easier to deal with than the looks I get from some of my cats. It's their cats, too. Right? Until they go, you know. So, riveting. I get up and I take care of the cats. It's just a thing. Shields, I'm at level 12. Very happy about that, but that sword thing. Man, got to get that iron sword in hand. This is one of your first okay, there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of challenges getting light armor up to 10. You make it with flax, you make it with linen. It's your linen clothing. They just call it light armor. Just in case if that's not intuitive. What? Yes, that jerkin you get, the default one, you start earning skills in your light armor in that first garment. The thing is, you're not earning the pants, the shoes, the gauntlets, the gloves, the headgear. That is also, as you can see up here, what you will get is your armor on your chest. That's what you'll get for that default. And it will often be the one that is the highest, you know, just because. I think because I've got leather on first, because it's often one of the first things you do, because you got a lot of boars. You end up with a lot of boars, and so you just go, I can make leather. But you don't want to miss the light stuff. In fact, you want that light stuff to go off. There's very, very nice combinations of gear with the light stuff, with the light armor, and you'll appreciate it. Some of the spells and other things reward you for working that up. Where are you, you birds? You're all going to shuffle off to Buffalo as soon as... See, we have a bit of rubber banding. Did they nerf the servers? What does that mean? Darn it. If I go back and watch Grollo, I still would explain it badly. Oh, hi, everybody. Jiminy Christmas. We owe your smoking loose joints. You darn boars. Come on, you can do it. Here, whack. Oh, you had more on you, didn't you? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. We have a guy back coming in. You've seen me note it before. 2 turntables and a microphone. A passerby. Up. Did I push it out with all the stupid talk about the swallow? There's people you meet in the dog park. Do. It's the dog park. Do. And the people that you meet that you don't really know because it's the dog park. Well, woof. I like how far back the chat goes. It does kick around a bit when you Surmari was like where it's at. I was like, there you go. Another person had put a question mark like, 2 turntables and a microphone. It's not lore friendly. Oh, we have a guy named Beck. We might have a someone. It's a B-E-K. See, look at all the birds taking off. Now, I thought that was just kind of a, oh, there they are. But they're gone. Do they take off in the evening? There are some evening daytimes. Of course, I'm in Epic, by the way. I could put it in high and we could check that out. I loathe to. I really don't even... Okay. Okay. Whoa! Is it the bushes? Is it the bushes? They're gonna all take off, aren't they? Oh, we got a lag issue. Ah, I'm having a hard time with the birds. So you might notice there's a lot of birds around, like more birds than boar and deer and stags combined. Is mainframe once again just trying to figure out how many things they can run? What kind of a stress test? Is this a stress test? Are they trying to figure out if... You got to create problems to repair or fix or remedy and troubleshoot. You got to create problems. I believe, yeah, Pax Dei. Most people want an arcade game, so a lot of people do not play Pax Dei. They looked at it and said, who am I? And well, you know, I've seen Penny Loafer. She shows her face holding a skull. I don't think she's very Shakespearean if she jumps into Pax Dei and can't figure out who she is. I mean, yeah, an orphan peasant, orphan naked peasant, and stuff like that. That's funny. That's funny stuff, but it is a video game mentality where you're like, well, who am I? I am who I look like? Why can't you go from there? I mean, really, I don't know if Penny Loafer is from a socialist country where they raise people to be rather stupid and they don't really think. They have a consciousness of a golf ball. I've noticed this in countries that don't have a school system. Not that America's school system is spectacular. It's very hard having a unified school system with states' rights and all that sort of thing, and a lack of federal oversight. So they'll give it back to the states now, right? They'll give it back to the states. I want to get a Coke. But if you get into Pax Dei and you're like, oh, I look like a homeless... Well, Catnap's not in his Pax Dei jockeys right now, the default jockeys. But, yeah, I'm a homeless person, a homeless peasant, a homeless holy peasant, you know, as she put it. I don't like holy being used for any other reason. It just shows an ignorance or an apathy toward God, the Father, the Lord Christ Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Not a good look. It seems you get blocked for everything. I got blocked before I got blocked by the AI for putting that basically carts and wagons in Mo, Myth of Empires. Mo, M-O-E, is chaos. And it wouldn't let me. It was like, nope, you're blocked. I just let it block me once, and I was like, dude, okay, so that's what we have going on now, is the first occurrence of that. And now I just, guessed that the 13th bird was a coconut-laden swallow. It blocked swallow. Okay, yeah, what kind of filthy-minded third grader are they basing this AI upon? There you are. Reads. Lou Reeds. On the dirty boulevard. We're right in the AI. Oh, no. See? It does. Whoa. Oh, dang it. I didn't even see you two. Yeah, I could have taken a shot of them and thrown away an arrow. Okay, so the lag in the air, I'm already a very bad shot. I'm making bronze arrows now. That gets you the reward. Man, talking about achievements. It is... I got 39 out of 39 here. I believe... Any that I... There's a couple that I picked up on Sif. And maybe it was just a couple of the odd things. Like a place for everything. I'd have to go back to Sif and look at what it had awarded me there. Because that's a thing. Where does it share? You know, where does it share your achievements? Now, they didn't want Arcadia and the servers sharing, the live servers, the mothership and the live servers. Okay. No, not over the reeds. That's stupid, okay. I am trying to find a better way to do this. These guys, are you gonna have to, am I gonna have to pick the reeds? Oh, dude, there's 3 groups. Oh man, I'm gonna shoot one and they're all gonna fly. Well, praise the Lord. I saw that. The Lord in a video game, where do you think God isn't? Go ahead. Darn it. Of course, nothing through the clear space. Or I would turn. You could turn and whip one out on them. But, dang it. These are the geese. The geese are the easiest. If you... Well, you need... A flint arrow will take down a pheasant, but a wood arrow will not. Oh man, I'm just going to totally turn them on as soon as I go over there. Why don't you go from the other side? It's covered with reeds. It's all covered with reeds. Chewy Sun GG. We'll go around to the other side. We've lost a couple places along the lakeshore. Some people might have realized, oh wow, the busier it gets, the laggier it gets. This is the worst boulder. I do not like when the AI puts this one this way. No, I can't do anything. It's just too stupid. Oh wow. See? Come on. You just went straight up, or you went the other way. Is there still more over there? I mean, really, sweep around. Sometimes a bird flies in late all of a sudden, like, hey guys, where'd you go? And you're like, dude, I still got these guys back here, I know. We have a little private lake person back here. It is. The bird thing is a tough thing. Did they not... I don't know. What should I say? Oops, there it is. Did they make it too sensitive? Before it wasn't this sensitive. Yeah, I'm going to improve my bow skills on you. How much damage do you do? My client side is still doing rather well. Me again. I picked a rain lily. Trying to keep my blocking looking cool. I used to like that you could throw things out of your inventory while doing something, but it is an improvement to not allow that. Oh, you guys. Wild Bucky. No, not getting you stuff. Well, you know, it's hard when you teach an animal. You give it something, it goes, oh, I go out, I come in, you give me something. No, not every time. Now he's mad. He needs to eat real food. It's Bucky. The Buckinator. The Buckaholic. This guy improved his stone quality. He must have a place somewhere else. I'm so slow to improve building materials. When it comes down to building a white stone thing. Really? Maybe they're flying for another reason. Man, this is a bummer. Truly just a bummer. No, you can't shoot him on the wing. Or if you do, well, you just played some lotto numbers as far as I'm concerned. See, there they are down there. These guys, I guess, were over here. Maybe I was close enough. And am I supposed to shoot them from that far away? Here's some over here, are there? Yes. They usually give a squawk before they fly away. Wow, what a bummer. That must have been just burnt his tail. Okay, so once again I'll say I don't think Mainframe watches anything I do. So who does Mainframe's advertise? They're right there, you can see them. I sound like a tree. The last one. That's unfair. That is completely unfair. I am feeling... You know, I'm not going to move any further. Wow. Yeah, we got a gamey today. It's gamey. Huh. You boar, you're going to get it. Oh, good, two of you. Come on. Oh, that's not right. Get back up. Kind of prevent that. Of course, you guys can't be the right timing. Bloodied hands. I have not turned in my rewards. I just haven't done it. Or achievements, you know, and rewards for those achievements. Ooh, 40. There's a lot to go. Sorry, dear. That dot. Okay, that dot. Hold it, I didn't want to do that. Well, aren't you going to complain about Pax Dei now? Why? A viewer, Billy, brought up the fact that, well, I had mentioned, you know, how people want Pax Dei to be Rockstar. You know, a Rockstar game. That's if you read Discord, which is very few of the players, but people listen to that. And people on Steam who complain about how much Pax Dei costs to subscribe to. The hype about the subscriptions are over, well, that's what the crowd who wants free games, they can trash people in chat. That's usually what they're looking for. They're just people who trash other people. So, yeah, for the most part, people who pay for games do it because you very often don't meet those kind of people in chat, they would think. Go ahead, play Star Citizen. You'll find out. Ah, hold it. I think I've heard about this boat. Walking around all armed. A wild dance. A lively dance. A shy dance. Okay. Right. I think he was building a boat for a reason, and I forgot who it was, so I was going to see if they had any kind of... It must be their house. Hey, is this their house? Hey, hold it. Hold it, I think I know who this is. Yee-bops. Yee-bop. Just said... I said hi badly to them earlier. Here it is. So let's say I'm saying hi to this tree. Hi, tree. I'm going to face the tree. Let's face the tree. We're facing the tree. We're going to say hello. No. Okay. Maybe he was standing on uneven terrain. Maybe that's what I'm doing when I do that. I'm waving at trees. Someone's going to see me. Okay, maybe it was just the terrain. Bucky. I had even put it in chat that it seemed when I hit the wave, I turned a little, and I had just done it in front of Yee-bop. I had done it before to Flo on the road. And I was like, I gotta work that out. That is a totally okay, let's get out in the open terrain without buildings around. Gamey. Immersion. Pax Dei will be... I mean, Second Life wasn't immersive, and people had dirty things on there. And they thought that was immersive enough. I don't think immersion exists. It's kind of just this... you see, you get these little dots. Have you played with these dots, folks? You're out of range. Maybe I'm going to get you. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? I should have shot at the other ones. Look at that arrow go! Oh, man. I hit one on the way down. Garrett Dina dropped one on her own head the other night. That was funny. It bounced off her head. She kind of gave a little animation. And I was like, that's just a nice... really... I'm going to have to get more flint arrows. 50 feathers. I only had 50 arrows. Yeah, I've been throwing them away pretty hard and fast. Flint is still a very easy one to make. Oh no. Yeah, I'm walking amongst the flax and reminding of chores. How long can you spend doing this? To do any particular section of chores, whether you want to go out mining, which I will be doing, with a side trip. Oh, look at those pheasant. See, the pheasant are like the most sensitive. when these guys stand still, which they don't often, get him! No! Not you, not you. Belly button beak boom! Really? Okay, so I got one. Yo, I know it said score, but there you go. Bones. You don't get any meat from them. Well, that'd just be another recipe issue, I guess, huh? I just happen to see these guys. I'm gonna have to remember where these guys are. Oh wow, way ahead of them. Not high enough. Definitely challenges well, I never thought I was very good at archery in this game. In fact, to even... Well, things have changed. The arrows just changed. I believe they said it. They said they changed their values. Blueberries are much better than strawberries. And strawberries are better than raspberries. Why I need some stamina. Well, I have some potted stuff there. I think it's more hit points than stamina. We got plenty back home. That's for the production of craftables. You know, some folks... we got a sunrise and sunset coming. We have, I believe, a sunset coming. There's some blueberries. And lots of stone. We are getting toward an area where a pattern sets in. I often speak of knowing your yard. And most likely, folks will do that rather naturally. They'll walk outside their place in Pax Dei and go, well, what's around me? Go farther. Make sure you're all around you and you really check everything out. Because there might be many hidden resources. You'll be like, what? Tin. Where am I? Up by the road. I do mark these just so if I connect a chain, because looking for tin and copper. Here I haven't differentiated. Later I will between the tin and copper. And that, you know, you can develop... No, come on. What are you doing up there? That's cheating. Kick in the nose. Wow. I don't have my shield on. Maybe that's the hint. Little lag. I will be going through my client-side issues just for fits and shiggles. There you go. Might wonder, how'd you know you could stop? Didn't. You see the tufts of grass, but sometimes you don't grab those too easily, but you go for it anyway. Oh, it's Garrett's job. Tagging some mining on the way back. Then we got to go up to the top. Whoa, the shield catnap. Nice. It had dropped the shield before. You see that it had the shield down when he hit me. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here with the shield. I am. One thing. And I need to mark it. Well, I'm going to do that in a minute. I need to mark it here as I go around. There's a good number of bores here. I think I was marking 10. But I haven't marked anything up here. Only hitting up the road here and going through here. Well, you know. Yeah, people saying they want to, you know, they want to call subscriptions dead. Subscriptions really just started, so I'm not sure how they're dead. Playing together is a different thing. Come on, I can't meet you. Stop it. It's embarrassing. Didn't get you though. Yeah. Okay, so some people might be watching this. If any of you are watching it, I'm grateful. Because this is a different thing. As it was Deep for Play before, there was many things to show off, so I pretty much just took all the risks of having very random content, because I'm not going to a dungeon every night. I'm just going through a dungeon and then showing you how I load my 2,000 charcoal kilns. That's not how it goes with me. You know, what goes with me is showing you how it works. And you're like, well, we know how it works. No, you don't. It changes. But I'm not worried. Hey, if you know how it works, cool. Cool. But it changes a lot. And most people who have complaints have a very small understanding. I'm not here to shill for mainframe. There's just facts. And mainframe can be, for the majority, defended. Okay, so we need to start with the first thing. Where you play, where your favorite game is your map an island with water around it? Like, now this might look like you could just add water around it, and this could be an island too, but it's not. It has an edge. It has an edge out here. You can go to it. You can check it out. You'll see beyond it, but that doesn't really exist. This water level here that you see through the majority, there are some higher ponds, and they're handmade and very nice, but I don't have a Maremna here, but you can see the water. This is the layer that is the sea level. The sun doesn't pierce the water from below. What it does is it gets between the land layer and the water. And so what you have is this reflection. And you're like, well, hold on, I see big blotches. Right. That's it going through the boulders that are laid in everywhere. So, well, okay. Are you sure? Well, I'm absolutely sure until mainframe states differently. Why? Because I've worked in studio boxes for many of the years that they've had these, and you know, you're not game engine boxes. We're just talking about, you know, setting up scenes and things like that where you use a light source. And those light sources, when you have layers, which this is all layers, we can go under the ground here and look at it all. I might do it sometime. There. I might do it sometime. You know, get into our little hover cam. Our little, there you go. No, I'm not picking up iron. I am gonna, I might, because I'm getting this far out this way. Marking new stuff. Hello. Now you don't have to use up all your spirit. That's the blue line down there. You can stick it with your simple blows. But when there's only one, might as well go with a flare. Ric Flair. Woo! Excuse me. Am I? What? Oh, come. That was laggy. I swear. Do I try to represent Pax Dei in its best light? No, I represent Pax Dei in the light you will find it. 120 on that. Not really paying attention, but I guess that works. So when you see that light, they've slowed down the server. What does that mean? Well, we'll see the effects all over the place. The birds, when they first put them in, before they left, were very quick, rather responsive. The range, of course, was predictable. They seem to have an audible and visual range. When you shoot them, I don't think they are reacting any worse. They take off, but it seems to be very preemptive. Who joins that? It is fun. One thing fun about Pax Dei, there's lots of places. You just walk up and you're like, who is that? Who is it? Who built their stuff out here? Who is it that's shooting all the deer? Hold it. I'm coming up the backside. Yes. I love how I know who that is. Now, I did have a place up here, but I got rid of it. I also dumped my extra plots in Arcadia. Well, why'd you do that? Because there ain't nothing going on. I have one grace plot there. And we'll see how long I go with that. That ain't set in stone. I'd like to develop it better and make a nice little cute place. You know, might move. Well, no, not out of Retz. There's a couple other places I would like to go, but moving out of Retz isn't the first thing. That might be a sudden choice. I do that too. Now, well, there's something else coming up. We'll bring that up. But right, most of your land masses, all the way back to Minecraft. Yeah, look at all you happy people. Come on, party boys. Dude, yeah, we're going to get sketchy here. Let's just start throwing down. Right. Wacky, 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 wacky. Wacky, 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 wacky. Sometimes you just got to be there. Whew, it's terrible. Now we're down to 1, it's easy. Cool down. That was not on a cooldown. Or was it? Yeah, there were days in the past, right? 3 boars meant you were taking an e-ticket. Well, you couldn't even turn around and run fast enough. Like, it got me down pretty low. And, well, I wasn't blocking and doing all that. Which is bad form. Now, I'm totally into the iron days and everything else. Moving quickly into the wrought iron days. That's such a big deal. There's steel beyond that. Most likely you're mixing tin in again. Should. You know, we don't have nickel and steel and stainless steels and mix particular things. More tin, more nickel, more bronze. There's different types of steel. You might have noticed it on the side of some knives. But I've noticed it on things we've cut for welding. And no, I'm not going to go through because I don't bloody well remember. It's a darn stump. Anyway. There. You. Now these guys. Okay, let's get out of Boar World. Come here, guys. They're so happy to see me. It's not fair. Goats go down quick. Mostly. But they lay down big hits. And if you get them on both sides of you, they take your butt apart. Now you see, they're too hard. Oh, should have brought an iron. I have too many bronze ones. And you'll run into this too, where you might not even have iron by the time you're running across goats. Now, the Highland goats, hi grouse, the Highland goats, those you can skin. I'm gonna run into a baddie over here. Come here. Do they call them Highland goats? Or did I just make that up because these are called lowland goats? Yeah, so I had Garatina pack up her stuff today. I swapped out plots. I had two going down in 6 and 5 hours at that time. Much earlier today. And so I picked up the other plots that had plenty of days on them. And we'll see if we can toss those around just for a little bit of bonus time on other things. Well, it's not bonus time. You already paid for it, but you know. Yee! Yes, we. Don't stand still. Come here. I don't want to take 3 hits. I want 2. 2. See? When you try to take them just with the normal stuff, you need more stamina. You got food on you. I know. The point was taking it as it is. Woof. Got an itch all of a sudden. Burn it out with some carbonation. Oh. All right. No, you. We'll have sunrise coming up in a few. Yes, I have to do things. Yeah. What do you keep? What do you not keep? That is one of the things. Okay, so if you deeply suspect that mainframe is trying to make things take as long as possible, you've just graduated from how to make video games. I mean, that's it. There, that's all you need to know. Really? Yeah, they need you to spend time. Everybody's complaining about paying. Oh. I wasn't close enough. Okay, I'm used to the spear. I should have got, going out with a spear, that works. Look at all this mustard. Where's Garatina? We got this. Now I'm in leather armor with these guys. Chuckleheads. I don't know if I should take on these guys. I think it would lead to death. Oh, you dirty goat. Come here. Okay, so these are the Heath Rams. I called the Highland goats because just say things. 35 a pop. Right, wasn't it? They combined them, didn't they? I forgot they were here. I was all paying attention to Pinhead. That's a funny boulder outcropping there. There are some things I believe that I'm so cool. This is copper. Useless to me. Pinhead, Master Blaster. Let's go get you. Yes, there's an endless thirst for leather. You need it right up into armor. The orange skins, man. Have you brought up the orange skins to anybody? Come on. Really, bring up orange skins to somebody. People were, oh, I was just stupid. And these are many of the people who are still in Discord today that are just doing that. I noticed my favorite false incarnate going through, the lore. What, really? Yeah, just join in, you jerks. Don't want to be out of spirit. Good, good. Thanks for waiting. Very polite. Slow on my keys. But they, of course, were going, they were talking about the fallen redeemers. There's a lot of things about the lore I do not like. Because they mix up Judeo-Christian terms. And they're, Scandinavia kind of is famous for being a bit pagan. And even fighting for their paganry. Didn't want the daisy. I mean, just do. Now, of course, I believe any pagan religion is a belief in demonic forces. So you're not going to get very far with me on that. And when it comes to their lore, did they screw something up? Well, gotta watch what you're saying. There is only one living God, and that's the Father, who is Jesus Christ, who is the Holy Spirit. Individuals, but a Trinity. So people who don't get that or don't care, some of them, well, you can't be an atheist. You actually have to be anti-God. You have to be anti-theism to be an atheist. That means someone who has heard and seen. I guess if you were in an Islamic country or orthodoxy, which is quite different from Christianity, the blink, or other things, you could be an atheist of that. If you were in Jerusalem and you're like, I ain't going for that Jewish stuff, well, you're an anti-theist for that. You've already seen it, you were raised with it. Of course, Christianity is actually the only religion gaining ground. If you think Islam is, it isn't. They just have a higher birth rate. They lose a lot of people because their youth just leaves it. Not my problem. And I'd rather die than be them. So I would never even be in that country. We don't have an enforced religion here. Christianity doesn't go for that. But there's this writer and novelist who was, he's up in Norway. But he was, because Pete Hegseth, previously a journalist for Fox, previously a captain in the U.S. Army, and much into combat soldier type work. Oh, there's Henbane. Did they make Henbane taller? Yeah, they did. I just saw more. Didn't I just see more? See more. I was seeing things. I was seeing elderberry where there was no elderberry. Anyway, things have changed out here. There's a lot of all the resources here have shuffled around. They're different than they were. And so you'll come up here after a while and you'll be like, wasn't there some on the side of that hill? And you go over the side of the hill, and there was. And it either moved. Now there's a big, there's a node of stone there. There used to be some right in reach of this, but if you come over here, you got a guy standing over on the hill in the dark there. So there used to be elderberry there, but they changed that. Now they have a mining node there for iron, which makes it really inconvenient if you... The lime's still here. Haven't moved that. Not going to get any either. I want iron. But, when it comes to changes, I like that. Though they can't really do that. One thing they did was every time you see a ram, a heath ram, or a lowland goat, you're going to say, okay, there's only so many of these. And when you whack one in one spot, you're going to be like, well, hold it, I waited for them to come back, and they didn't come back. You know what I mean? Well, they're not. They're going to go to another spot, because let's just say there's 10. There's 10 couples of goats, lowland goats. 10. There's more, but just for argument's sake, just for doing out the idea, 10. So what Mainframe basically said, not an exact quote, because they didn't exactly say that, like that one there, and others around. Well, that's a heath ram, but a ram in the heath, just a bull in the heather, but you already know the answer to this. You already know what I'm saying. There'll be 15 places they could go. So when you wipe out 5, they will appear in the empty places. And you won't see them respawn where you are. Will they immediately spawn in those empty spaces? I wonder about that. I wouldn't... is that intended or not? I have no idea. See, my place was up on top of that hill there. It's just too darn far to walk. And, what I was trying to do is have different places. A little bit more interest for me. But with all the changes and everything else, it's just all too much. I might expand later. What don't I need? I don't need the sand. These things will come up. I have a lot more iron to get. I'm just going... No, don't take that. I don't need any of this. These are used for shields, so keep some around. I don't even know. If there's a reason for this, I'll cry about it. Where's my... There you go. Any more around? Yes. There's always more when you whack them full. You're trying to get that sword skill. Come on, guys. Yeah, they go down really fast. But you'll get surprised. You'll be out here, whacking on the heath rams, and, you might lose track, and then you get a pair of lowland goats, and they could kick your butt. If your stamina's down, and you're like, oh, I got enough stamina. Maybe 10. Mark these later. Not doing a markathon. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Oh, it's downhill. Elderberry. Mark where the elderberry is. It's very good on the stamina. Is it better than the grapes? I don't think so. but you need it for your bread. Man, I'll tell you, a lot of people are saying that baking and cooking, also alchemy, and there's one more, need a revamp. Well, it is common knowledge for those who read it then. False Incarnate recalled it. Someone just brought it up. And, yeah, I mean, so you can read it in Discord. Well, why would I mention False Incarnate? I thought they put a link. Maybe they did. So, yeah, I think, I thought they put a link. Anyway, because it's back there in the announcements, where we had a vote. We had the community vote on what we wanted to see improved. You know, what crafting was first. And that was chosen. That was chosen. And so that's why the other ones have not been reworked yet. And there you go. Alchemy is going to get a rework. And other things. And they got to figure it out. They got to figure it out because we have a very, very complex crafting system, and it isn't wastefully complex. I've been on a couple arcade crafters. This is not an arcade crafter. I definitely mean something else when I say arcade crafter. Just a little entertainment machine, a little casino that you get on, and you can have your, you know, your nightlies or dailies, however you guys call them. I'm not into that whole scene, but and I'm not. So it's just the way it is. I'm ignorant. As long as you can accept that, we'll be just fine. So yeah, there's no dailies on here. Even when they put up achievements and rewards, those are just rewards. I mean, simply, we were getting nothing for doing that. Now we're getting something for doing that. So there's no change. Except maybe a little goal orientation. You know, it's like, oh man, I got that next achievement. Well, you got 200 and some odd things to do, and it's like, well, some's just picking up some herbs. Yeah, you're going to get them easy, and that's to demonstrate the reward. So you're not like, oh, is it even worth it? Once you see those rewards show up, and you're like, oh, they are giving away guild. Out of the 289 achievements, Eltari went through here because I did not. Not because I did not. I am mentioning Eltari because I did not. This goes over to my favorite area. See how nice we get around. It was fun going, well, I want a little building out here so I could, you know, not have to walk so far. Dude, it was just, you know, returning back to the Petra here costs 0. If I'm really tired of being so far away from home. It's not that far away. It's actually really just a good jog. Dang. See, the mustard never came back on this corner. And there's a few other things. There's a few other things that have jogged around. Checking out people. People have moved around here. We have the Home Depots up here. The giant Home Depots. We have people stocking up so much stuff, and it's so they can flood the market. You know, well, not flood it, excuse me. But they have enough to flood the market, that's for certain. But, you know, if things pick up, they're kind of like the remote money traders or the bots. You know, the bots hit this place, and they loaded up hours and hours and hours and hours of resources. And if they stop just because no one was buying, they're just using it on the market. You know, are they actually playing Pax Dei? Well, no, they have that stuff stowed up even if they're not. Because Mainframe remembers their account. And so they can just come back on and say, hurry, 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 look at all this stuff I have for sale, right? And he'll be like, oh, cool. But you wouldn't know. Who would know? Bingo, 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 bingo. Oh, I'm doing the bingo. Now, typically I used to enjoy a little bit of lag because it would tell you when someone else is around. Elderberry spots. They used to be. I'm going to go check them. It's my yob. Am I baking? No. We're setting up baking right now with the ladies. Blinky metal. Got the blinking metal. You know, if that's a reset, how do you say, you know, if the server, as you walking toward it, is just making sure to check status, you know, I've seen status changes on interactable objects for a very long time. Blackberry. I almost forgot about blackberries. They're so good. I used to love picking these in the woods. This is why one of my favorite things to find in Pax Dei, because out in the woods I know exactly what it's like. Don't pick them near a road. Or near an animal track where things might be marking. You'll find out too late. Not like you're going to sit there and smell these things. You're going to go, hold it, there's a weird taste. Well, never happened to me. No, come on, just avoid the spots. Pick from the central bushes is what you do. So, some of the things are very, you know, I have a very high sense of the reality of them. And when you play an alien game full of alien things, it's like Epiousios, man. It was just a joy to eat a pizza or a burger. You felt so at home. The rest was alien. You had no idea what that experience would actually be like. You had no idea. We have a bunch of pigs down here. Hello, piggy, piggy. Little double jump. One thing I liked to remark on, Trump did something. President Donald Trump, our 45th and 47th president, you know, maybe he'll work out to be the 48th, because I'd rather not have some zucchini come in and mess it all up. Personally, that could most likely lead to civil unrest. Bing, 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 bing. All that activity down there. All those lights. Lights? Have you ever not heard? 2 a.m. Gobra. 2 a.m. we're having a server. It is a maintenance. It is a maintenance. Someone else is going to say it. Someone else is going to say it. Yeah, 2 a.m. So, it's a big deal, yeah, 2 a.m. for 2 hours. And there's people who need to know that, because there's people who do schedule their time. And they're like, well, hold it, I plan on, you know. Yeah, it's just server status. Server status, one-liner. I used to do the newest. And so I keep up on that. So, or I was going to go, who? We're both in Alaska, and we're both on the Kenai Peninsula. Kenai emote. And so, to meet someone on a bink 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 chat causes lag. I played some games with the chat so heavy, and you're just like, stop talking. And they're like sitting there going, oh, I waffle. When a waffle stops something down the shower drain. I'm just like, why? Why are we wasting our time on this? Where's the boars over here? I used to get totally set upon. There's the goats. Did I already get it? Chat's messing me up. Real emojis. Is someone whacking the metals? Someone's whacking the metals. Yeah, he's going, kiddo. I'm facing the wrong way. See, it's a terrain issue. It's a bloody terrain issue. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Who was that? Gronkowski. Gronkowski. Messing around. Messing around. Not being social enough. It's terribly disappointing. I gotta do better for people. It's Pax Dei. Out here getting line, all that stuff. Oh, that's right. Someone put up a big thing. I thought it looked like a spite wall was going on down here. Really. It totally looked like a spite wall. And I was hoping it wasn't. Because it's a wall. And it looks like a spite wall. That's just me. That's just me. That's how I see it. This is totally just a reflection of me. I see it as a spite wall. But, you know, sitting right down here and saying, yes, this is the spot, why not? You might wonder, does somebody depend on the resources? Does somebody, going to be disappointed when they don't find something here? Well, okay. Man, that would take forever to deal with. Just totally take forever. To find out how everybody felt about everything. Acanes. Acanes, I hope this is... Who's... Birds. Energetic Kiwi. So... Who is Energetic Kiwi? From the Energetic... Aurora. Accept. Man, to decline a friend request, that'd be so tough. How do you spell Aurora? Wow, all these people just came on. Oh no, Aurora's over in all right, so it's a yeah, I tripped. Oh no, a little left. Never. And someone else took up some. Failing. Yeah, we all have fat fingers. We just have to deal with it. I need wider keys. Oh, come on. You jerks. Are those rune symbols on there? Right? Runic? Aren't they? Aren't they? Runic? A long time ago when I was a kid, we used to learn all the runic symbols and pronunciations so we could have secret language that wasn't secret. Why? Because they were in a book. There were lots of books back then. J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh, you can still go through here. J.R.R. Tolkien wrote the Elvish language himself, I think when he was 10, when he finished it. And it was noted as a thing. All right, you can go through here. It's been a while. It's very nice of him. I used to have a little platform in this little water section in Arcadia. It's nice. Nice. You know, grinding through this stuff, you might be like, just, dude, why bother? Why bother? No, this iron is a long way. Let's just get making axes. Let's just keep a home industry going. Why don't you just buy it? Well, what must be true in order for that to happen? You got to get out there and grind up gold. So you have choices. You could grind up gold, which many do. There are folks whose structures are full of industry. Full and fuller of industry. It's all, you know, some of these buildings are just storage. We'll be checking some out. Not my job. It's Garrett's. Bing. I think that's Isolet's place. And he's got a couple others. There's other people too. This is new. I hadn't been around the Home Valley for a while. I'll be hitting around a lot more now that new people are moving in. I get to know my neighbors. I get to know where people are. Justin Boots, man. Those are Justin Boots that I commented. I was like, Justin Boots is a great boot company. Probably didn't quite grasp my trivia. We'll just yeah. Watch the darn. You've seen how I do foundations. I think I'm so cool. Everybody should do foundations like me. You. Pheasants. Now you would have to be strategic about those pheasants in the future. Drawing the boar off with an arrow. I'm coming back around to the house. First Skinner. I don't even know what that... What is that? I'm going to have to look it up. Oh, don't... Yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me put my shield up. You guys, some of you guys are really nice. First Skinner. Principal Skinner. You're a Principal Skinner. You little children. No, I'm not going to do Principal Skinner. I don't think I could. Maybe I could. Yeah. I usually kick him in the butt first. I really don't like kicking him in the head. That was that silent death punch. No, cut it out. Dang it. So cool. Man. Oh, this, yes. Yes. Well, at least it wasn't a chain reaction from the pheasant. When the pheasant go up, you can take a couple shots at him. And when I'm ready, I do. Let's see if we can whack a couple geese since I only have 2 arrows. Binga binga. Got my binga binga. Did I get a second? You never know. So, as we start to wrap things up here, as things go, I'll be mostly pushing an hour and a half each and every time. Sundays, I'm moving up to 9 o'clock because of my son's departure. He's got football camp and all that. Plus they got all their brotherhood stuff, a lot of camaraderie, excuse me. I was aiming for my eyeball and I mispronounced something. Let's do it. Run! Come on. Why? I was clicking too fast. Let's go. Spears are better. Oh well. So this is how you're seeing Pax Dei today. Is it the fact that we're in Retz? This is a new place. Billy was asking me, why do I not have roofs on my places? I really do not like those roofs. I like the thatch. And it takes me time to get to the thatch. Come on, come on. Spears. Whoa, hold it. Okay. It was just a clicky ground piece. Clicky ground. Is this person ever going to come back? They're there, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe they just haven't been back. I don't know about them. Maybe that's Dan's new place. I think Dano has Danila and Dandre and other stuff. He actually has a lot of possessions over in Arcadia. If you've ever run into Dano on Discord, I think he's Canadian. He was talking about how he felt very unpatriotic one day, and you know why wave a flag? Why even have a flag? And I was like, oh, someone's butt hurt. That's what you get for being Canadian. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. Or am I? Well, you know, I can't kid about the truth, and I'm just not sure if it's true. Yes. There's more. Right over here. Bunch of jerks. Right there. Go. Dang it. Okay, so I'm not going to be successful with the sword. Doing this. This is still, can I still stand on this? I'm still standing. Yeah. Right. So, need to get back here and work on this. That's a twist thing. See, I don't care. I know there's like 3 groups over here. One's right here as you get toward Isolet's place. Now Isolet does have a pathway around the front. I need to get mine run through. Need to build with Johan a lot. Now sometimes just for whatever the case may be, I check when I come back. It's green. All the possessions are good. So that's the last word. Why does your game, not this isn't the last word, but it's one of the last words. Why does your game the map in the middle of an island? Well, it's most likely because I didn't catch the sunrise and sunset. I didn't see those effects. Heck, we might be running too slow to get those effects. But if they do happen, they do happen. If you do see the flashing, you'll be able to see big splotches of light, and they're coming through the base of the mountain down here. They're coming through the base of the mountain. Get rid of the hammer, boy. You know, right where you get to the rocks. You know, not from the upper, you know, rim or anything. They're creeping right there through the base. And that's as the sun comes over that water layer, as far as I've ever known. And that sun comes over that water layer. And even with Twists had a nice thumbnail that showed you that brilliant ray tracing that came of it. Pretty cool. Though not ideal. Some people are worried about you know, the flashing creating a situation where they might have a seizure in reaction. I would rather not have that happen to me. I would certainly rather not have it happen to anybody else. So yeah, that'd be a nice one, you know, for them to wrestle down. It's definitely not gaminess. That's not gaminess right there. That's an adjustment that needs to be made. And I wouldn't even call it a glitch. Why not? Why not just call everything a glitch? Because it's not. You need a better, I need a better, you know, we need a better way to communicate, you know, what it is we're seeing. And glitch doesn't cover it all. Yeah, building up stuff. Don't worry about it. Get all you want. Berries. Oh, did I moved the meats there. Good. I'm so brilliant. Yeah, I actually don't gather berries. Yeah, that's might be a point to bring up. I don't gather berries. Well, that's the chest. Come here. No, not that there. Gotta start cooking. I'll tell you, the cooking thing is funky. Okay. I've got to get back into it and get a whole bunch of stuff made up and stored away and get people through it. I don't even think I'll stream it. Not that it's the least popular thing you can do. I mean, there's other things like jogging between cities. I think more people would watch me jogging cross country if they would watch me at all. I'm not saying they would, but jogging cross country than doing anything else. Yes, more stacks. The apples are nice. Head over to Asterak or toward the center, going through Volvastray if you're over there, because those both same areas. Lots of apples there. No, we're not there here. You just saw where you didn't go in for elderberries. That's enough. Apples are a particular thing. Of course, there is the hidden gaming lair. Some of you might go, oh yeah, I know that. But it's not accurate. Get over it. It is in the same area. No, it's not updated. That's up to us. I don't think Dev Leon goes through the maps in Pax Dei and does that themselves. I'm going to start putting metal over here. We've got to get everything moved, building constructed, stuff like that. That's alright. We have the metals. I gotta get some barrels and move things around. Yeah, it's all gonna be very serious here. Very serious. Right. We're going to be moving down the charcoal. I'm going to be clearing out that other building quite a bit. Why? That's only temporary over there. Now, I already told you, well, shoot, I want to stick to wood. There's more wood coming. If you haven't seen it, you've seen it on other people's buildings. And there's other things to intermix in. But that fine stone that goes beyond the gray, they have the polished stone. I have more of a purpose for that stuff over here, and I'll clear out this lot, and we'll be looking up in the trees here because it's a clearing. Meet George Jetson. Go away, birds. And while I build a nice little place out there, I'm gonna, build a horrible thing, just like. A horrible, terrible thing, just like everybody else does. No. That's not true. I don't have enough, do I? Gotta remember this, because I have more of it upstairs, but I need it for the glue making on the leather bench. That's the big deal, is getting enough of this to kick off that first step of glue making on the leather bench. I know, riveting. D for Play explains, at least myself, you might not play Pax Dei like me. You might not ever listen to these videos, and you would never know why you would. There are several people who do Pax Dei videos. The vast majority are doing dungeon runs. El Tari, I think that's our longest producer. He has produced Pax Dei, material for the Pax Dei consumer, the professional Pax Dei consumer. I'm unprofessional, so please, no professionals. Yeah, your expectations are too high, and mine are very low. I mean, really, It's Pax Dei. It's a video game. That's it. I can aim at these barrels like a god. Here it is. Lowercase g. I don't even need to do that. Oh, I'm just finding out the chores. About to beat up all my goods. This is all full of our tailors and the individuals. Each individual made their gear. And then the tailors, which are just 2, had to make, 2 of each, to move up in levels. And that's something I was mentioning before in the armor smithing. Excuse me, not armor smithing. Let's get this out of here. I really shouldn't make any more coal. I'm serious. But I am making a lot of glass. Like what? Sell the sand. No, 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 no. These are still going. I haven't gone that long. And we're still, 36 or 15 minutes a pop. 37 minutes, 56 seconds, excuse me, the rough class. 40 minutes a pop. So you got a long day. You got a long day after you put these guys in, huh? But I got plenty of coal. Too much coal. It's too much coal. I'm going to be moving some iron downstairs, which I should do now. And I'll leave the coal up here for now. But you don't have enough room for all that iron. That's right. So making storage, making barrels, all that stuff. See, I say all you need to do is get to level 10 in swords. All you need to do is get to level 10 in bronze armor. Let's go. That's one thing. That's one thing. That's one thing. Okay, so originally, when in verse 3, in Tolosa, before we had full release, there was a lot of complaints about armor smithing. Now, I had not made a set of armor in a long time because I had no need for it. And I was just sharing one, maybe? I don't even know. I don't even think I had one because I didn't know what people were complaining about. I had made one before, but anyway, what I'm saying is, I had never made anything more than this. The Pilgrim's breastplate, the bronze heater, Pilgrim's leggings, and the Pilgrim's sabatons. And then those open up the brassiers, and they open up your gloves. Plus, they open up 2 other breastplates. With the windlash and the other one, right? They got the special functions people like. But then you open up a bronze breastplate number 2 down here. That now takes just one set of armor. In fact, I could do it right now, but I think I did it before. That just takes one set of armor. It used to take, I believe, no, well it did. It took 4 sets of armor. Mortitwai just making 4 sets of armor straight got those to open up, or very close to that, with everything that happened. So things have changed quite a bit. You'll notice that I put that lantern up here. I have a lot of stuff down here. It'd be very hard to aim at. So being under the lantern makes it convenient. It's for real. Yes, I gotta bring barrels up here. In fact, it'll be the stuff that I'm taking these out of. But that's for another time. Need to make sure to get through that, get through a couple more, so I can get on with iron. Get out of all my bronze tools, wear through all the bronze I can. And for quite a while, I went back to stone tools just to do basic stuff around. Doing tin and copper, well, it's just one more strike, and you're not using an expensive tool, so to speak. So, there's a lot of things that I do. Whether you do this or not, I don't judge you. And I pray you don't judge me, because the main point of this, well, you can judge me all you want, I just don't care. The main point of this is that Pax Dei has a place for you and has plenty of things to do. They're moving forward, they're advancing, it's wonderful. I've been telling you this for a while. Eltari's been telling you it for longer. Damon Kim, Marky Dragon, and several others fell out. Phoenix does things very infrequently, but still does things, as far as I've seen. Nasaman, who I have to resubscribe to. Kim B, who I would like to resubscribe to. Although, it is dungeon content. And why I watch it is really, to check out how Pax Dei is performing. I don't need to see them going through dungeons. And it's not the most advantageous way. But you all disappear into a scrum. You all disappear into a scrum. And it's very boring. But, to get with a bunch of people, there's a bit of jocularity, to be able to communicate in the party chat, other events that happen that are humorous or, otherwise. It's worth being there for that. That whole scrum, just forget about it. Keep swinging, just keep swinging and clicking. Watch those cooldowns. Yeah, that's one thing that's nice about the scrum. You know what I mean? Everybody just gets in a group, like, rugby, right? They're just all in a group, and you're just going to keep on whacking and punching each other until you see which way the ball spits out. And someone in there's, got the aggro of all the baddies on them while everybody else is whacking away. So it is a complicated situation. But you can pay attention to your cooldowns and be like, all right, this one, that one, this one, because you're really not paying attention to your cool moves. We'll say that much. I know, Catnap, I know. We've got to move the Laughing Lioness clan over. Like I said, I've gotten rid of the stuff except for one plot in Arcadia, and except for very small things, I'm going to develop Catnap in Arcadia and just relax on that. And by the time you see Catnap next with anything new in Arcadia, who knows, he might have actually moved forward quite a bit. No, once you get to level 20, it is quite a ways to get to 40. There's a lot more experience, of course, in between level 20 and 40 than there was between level 1 and level 20, probably 4 times as much, which makes those achievements a little bit more difficult to get. You got to get out to dungeons to do all that. Well, anyway, let's let this go. If you're in Retz, I'll see you very soon. May the Lord bless you, and Lord bless you. Keep your sticks on the ice. Yeah, everything sucks. So let's try to suck less. I will try to not be a sucky No, that's terrible. I'm not going to use sucks anymore. It's just way too graphic. Anyway, keep your sticks on the ice. Let's get out of here, Catnap. I don't know how to get out. End broadcast.